Storm. So congratulations to each and every one of you. I'm so excited that you guys joined the orientation call. There's a lot that we're going to share with you over the next 30 to 45 minutes. I will have room at the end for questions, so not to worry. If you have questions during this call, feel free to just write them down. I'll answer as many questions as possible at the end of this program, okay? So the first thing that I was telling you guys to do is pretty much like, network with each other on the chat feed, because during the course of this accelerator over the next couple of weeks, you guys are going to become like family. You're going to know each other. You guys are coming from this year. We got people from over 62 different countries, and we're still accepting applications until Sunday. So that's a lot of different people here. Some of you are coming from Nigeria, Kenya, Rwanda, Japan, Cuba, Chile. I mean, there's so many different countries represented on this call. So that's the reason why I said on the chat feed, show us where you're coming from so you can see how big your global family is. It's definitely a very, very huge amount of people from different countries who joined the Accelerator program this year. So let me go over, pretty much give you a background on myself and my partner who started the global startup ecosystem. My name is Christine Safarian Tim. My husband's Einstein Kofia Tim. We started this company program back in 2015, actually. So we're gonna be 5 years in next year. And we started by a simple premise: how do we create a platform that's easy for entrepreneurs from around the world to get access to experts, influencers, and participants, pretty much be able to grow and scale their companies online. I'm Christine and Tim. You can follow me on Instagram at Christine and Tim, or LinkedIn. And I do speaking engagements around the world. So sometimes I have those recordings and drop those videos on my Instagram and LinkedIn if you ever want to get information on startup development, personal branding, and the like. But this is not about me. This is about you guys. So I just want to say a warm, warm welcome and congratulations to all of you. You guys have all been accepted to the world's first digital accelerator. So we call this the virtual claps. So if you guys want to give some virtual claps on the chat feed, a round of applause to each of you guys for being accepted to the program. It definitely is a unique one. And to give you an overview, GSC is the world's largest ecosystem accelerator. Our mission is to educate, inspire, and prepare startup communities for the digital age, which means that we do online programs like this one, where we accept about 1,000 companies each year from 90 different countries to teach them how to build their companies online. And we also host tech summits around the world. So today we're going to go over orientation. Pretty much it gives you an understanding of what we do at GSC, the program, but also what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks. Because I know for some of you, this is probably the first time you've heard about the GSC Accelerator. Some of you, it was your friend that told you about it. Some of you, maybe you did some research and you found out about us. We get the most of our applications from referrals, people who've done the program and told their family and friends about it and say, hey, I've done this program. It was free. I learned a lot. So that's how we get such a viral spread about GSC. And so this is what we do as an online program. And as you can tell, if you've done your research, you'll see that we work with a lot of different partners from around the world. We're partnered with Google, we're partnered with Facebook, IBM, Amazon Web Services, Forbes. So we have a lot of different partners for this program every single year to make sure that it's free. So that way you don't have to do it at any cost. Okay. Now, some of you guys have asked questions about the perks. You guys are going to receive Google Cloud credits, IBM credits, Amazon Web Service credits to help your business. So after you complete the program, you will get an email to pretty much sign up for these credits and start using them immediately. You have 3 to 6 months to use these free credits to help your business. So don't forget, when you get that email, sign up for it immediately. So for example, the Google Cloud credits, for those of you who want a professional email, the Google Cloud credits actually gives you access to a professional email for 6 months for free. So each email usually costs $6 per month. So that's about like $200 in savings that you don't have to pay for just to have an official business email, right? For other people who have websites and you need a place to host your website, It also has that opportunity for you to host your website on IBM, Amazon Web Services, and the like. So when you get that email after you complete the program to sign up for these credits, please use them immediately because they do expire after 3 to 6 months, okay? So those are the partners that we work with. And like I said, GSC, this is the Global Accelerator Program, but we are searching for people for 7 different regions. So the reason why this is such a global program is because we have participants from America, from Europe, from Middle East, from Africa, from the Caribbean, from Asia, and Latin America. So we have entrepreneurs from all over the world to sign up to do this program. And just to give you an overview, because a lot of times people don't know the history about GSC, but we have very, very humble beginnings as to how we got started. So going back to 2015, my husband and I, when we met in Silicon Valley, we were really, really frustrated with the fact that these conversations about tech and entrepreneurship is not happening in the same way in Africa. I know by my accent, you could tell I'm American, but I'm actually Haitian American. I grew up in Haiti. So I don't know if some of you know about Haiti. It's a Caribbean island, and places like Haiti or Ghana, where my husband is from, these type of, accelerator programs, usually you have to spend money to get access to them. And we wanted to do something for free. So that year when we were pregnant with our first daughter, I learned how to code. And I started coding websites to teach entrepreneurs for free how to build their business. And I remember when I talked about doing this program for just the Caribbean, people made fun of me because people said, oh, there's not enough entrepreneurs in the Caribbean or in Africa who will care about something like that. This is what happened the first year. 500 companies did that program entirely online. The first year, we didn't get no funding, no support. We were struggling to even just get, Google Hangouts to try to host a program, to get participants. But that first year, that website that I coded during my pregnancy to help entrepreneurs in the Caribbean went viral on social media. And then we had entrepreneurs from Latin America, entrepreneurs from the Middle East, entrepreneurs from Asia, and entrepreneurs from Africa. So that first year we had 500 companies. And then we said, okay, maybe this is something that's very useful for people. Let's do it again. Then 700 companies did the program in 2017 when we did the second cohort. So it started to grow and grow and grow. Then we did it again last year. 1,000 companies joined the program last year for the GSC Digital Accelerator. Right? This year, once again, we have about 1,000 companies doing the program. So sometimes things start small and people don't, really respect your ideas or what you're working on. But if you really believe in what you're doing, a lot of you guys are entrepreneurs, try to build your businesses. It will grow, it will grow, it will grow. And so, of course, we have speakers and judges from all over the world. And what's going to happen is next week when we start the Accelerator program, all the speakers are coming online also from around the world. So you have speakers coming from New York, from Silicon Valley, different parts of Africa, different parts of Asia, and they're teaching various different topics. So for example, we have a speaker, Cash from Asia, who is teaching what entrepreneurs need to do to build their business in an efficient way. Then you had another speaker from Amazon who was talking about how did Amazon grow as a business from the early stages to what it is. So each speaker will have a different expertise that they go and teach you over the course of next week. So that way there's something for everybody on this program. Does that make sense? Yeah and nay on the chat feed if you guys are following my tempo, if you want me to slow down or speed up. Just send me some yays or nays. And then finally on Friday, this is one of my favorite parts, is when we have demo day. So you guys are going to get an email. Remember, we select about 100 from every different region. 10 to 20 of you will be selected to go pitch on demo day in front of Forbes. So Forbes is a media partner of ours, and they're searching for top entrepreneur stories from around the world. And we're going to select 10 to 20 of you from your application to be able to pitch Forbes on Friday. And to make that selection, we believe that we shouldn't be the ones making that selection. We should let the crowd select it for us. So every year we have something called the GSC Demo Day. and we select companies to pretty much appeal to their community. And we have had thousands of submissions from around the world where people are voting for either your company, your friend's company. Sometimes you have brothers and sisters competing with each other to get that final vote, to get featured on media, to get featured on resources, and this and that. So you'll get an email follow-up on this, and it's called the GSC Demo Day, and that's next Friday on the 23rd. And that's going to be live streamed to the entire public. So not only are you guys going to be on the call for that program, but the entire network from around the world is going to live stream and see that demo day and see those pictures live. So that's going to be a really exciting one. And in the past, we always have done the demo day internally. We never actually put it live. This is the first time, because this is the first time we have Forbes as a media partner, we're letting it go live next Friday. So this is an experiment for us. We've never done this before, so we're really excited, but we're also very nervous. So if any of you are selected to demo on that day and you're nervous, just let us know so someone else could take your place, because like I said, it's going to be live streamed to the global public next Friday. So be on the lookout for that email. And because we now have such a big community, we've been doing this now for 4.5 years. People have complained and say, hey, you know, why should we stop at just the accelerators? We should build digital communities so that way you guys can still stay in touch and learn from each other every single day. So now we have the largest digital community network. We started these communities in February of this year, and it's growing and growing. So some of you on the call, if you enjoy this accelerator program and you want to be a leader in your community and you want to be a chapter leader, we will share information with you after the program for you to be a chapter leader so you can start hosting digital meetups for your community. And those digital meetups are very simple. Pretty much you invite a speaker that you respect or an expert in your community that you believe is a respectable person that could teach entrepreneurs. And those topics could be product development, customer acquisition, marketing, funding, team development. It could be any topic, or you're going to teach them. And then you're going to invite people in your community to blast. Of course, GSC as a community will all sign up for that digital community, but it's a great way for you to be a leader and be pretty much keep the conversation going every single month. Those digital meetups happen once a month per community, but because you're part of the GSC network, sometimes you'll have access to probably over 20 to 30 different digital meetups in 1 month, because you have digital meetups in Africa, digital meetups in Asia, digital meetups in America. So you have like a whole list of meetups to be a part of. And this is all free for you to help you build your business. Okay. So this is something that we started doing this year, and it's getting a lot of traction. And of course, GSC, we not only run these online programs, we also run tech summits around the world. 2017, we had only one summit called Haiti Tech Summit. Last year, we did 11 summits. This year, we're doing 20 around the world. As you can see, the majority of them are across Africa. So Africa is a big pull for us. Obviously, we're biased because I'm Haitian, my husband's Ghanaian. So obviously, we have a love for the African continent, which is why we're scaling faster across Africa. But next year, we have 53 summits scheduled around the world. So we might even come to your country and do a summit in your country. And we'll let you know so that way you could be featured at that summit since you're a part of the GSC Accelerator. And these summits are very inspiring. Like this is an example of Haiti Tech Summit where we've had, 300 to 500 people come together and talk about technology and entrepreneurship. We've had Space Tech Summit for those of you who are interested in space, AI, blockchain. We've had those programs as well. So keep in mind, as we grow as a platform, as an organization, you'll get invites to the Facebook group, the WhatsApp groups, and all the different groups that we keep. And so you can stay in touch with each other. So that way your communication doesn't stop here. So that's all the information I have about GSC. Now I'm going to transition and talk about the program. So that way I can answer questions that you may have. Okay. So is everyone following me? Yay or nay? Everyone's okay? Tempo's okay? Everyone's following? All right. So now let's talk about the program that you guys are involved in right now. So some of you have probably noticed that there was a change in the agenda. Partly it's because we onboarded a new partner and because you guys were complaining. Because you guys said that it's not enough to do an accelerator program for 1 week. You want access to the digital meetups and the tech summits, at least virtually online. So we listened And we're entrepreneurs too, so we're flexible enough to iterate the program. So now this is a 3-month program. So it's a lot. So let me explain to you how the program is going to run. Today, obviously, is orientation, right? So it's pretty much going over the Accelerator program so that way you understand how to prepare for it, how to like get access to the dashboards. Today is mainly just orientation. There's no content that's going to be shared today, just orientation, okay? So that's the 15th. Next week, Monday to Friday, between 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern, okay? And 12 to 3 p.m., we chose that time because that's the best time frame for people who are in Africa, Asia, America, Europe, and Latin America to all join at the same time, right? So for example, 12 to 3 p.m. in America, and parts of Africa, that's pretty much like in London, for example, that's 5 to 8 p.m., right? In parts of Africa, that's like 7 to like 10 p.m. In Asia and the Middle East, it's right before 11 p.m. Does that make sense? So we picked that time frame because to make sure that people, because it's a lot of different countries that's joining the program at the same time. So this is the way for you guys to be able to join at different points from around the world. So next week is going to be an intense week. It's live from 12 to 3 p.m. Okay. Now, each day we're going to cover a different topic, but keep in mind, these are the GSC topics that we're going to cover each day. Each day, you're going to have 2 or 3 speakers from around the world come on to also teach you topics. And those are going to be surprise talks. So you're not going to know some of these topics in advance, right? So some of those topics could be growth hacking from HubSpot. Some of these topics are going to be a speaker from Amazon. It's going to be a speaker from HubSpot, a speaker from DigitalOcean. So it's going to be different speakers. So on Monday, we're going to talk about ideation and product development. We're going to show you how to build a website online and how to build apps and how to walk through an idea to build your business, okay? On Tuesday, we're going to talk about growth hacking, how to find customers easily online, okay? On Wednesday, we're going to talk about marketing, how to get press, how to get media, how to do social media hacking. And on Thursday, we're going to talk about funding because we know everyone likes the funding session because you're going to try to find money to build and scale your business. And I'm also going to teach you about pitching. And the reason why it's good for me to teach you about pitching because the next day is demo day. And that's when we're going to have the live demo day where everyone's going to be watching that. Even if you're not selected for demo day, I highly encourage you to come online because what tends to happen is people start rooting the country because people want Nigeria to win, people want Ghana to win, people want Japan to win. So you're going to start to see everyone's competing just for their country to be on top. And so it's going to be a really fun day. Forbes is going to come on that day to try to select the company that they're going to feature for the Forbes community app. So it's going to be a very, very fun day. We're still going to have speakers on that day as well. So still come on for the first half of the speakers, and then we'll end it with demo day. So that's next week. So every single day, mark your calendars, is going to be busy. Now, I'm going to answer this question right now so you guys don't harass me about it after. Do not ask it. You're not going to get the slides after. You're not going to get recordings after. Everything is live. So you miss it, you miss it. Let me repeat that again. Every single program is live as it happens. If you're not there to take your notes, to take your information, to log in, you miss it. We're not going to send PowerPoint slides after. We're not going to send recordings after. This is a live session. So you guys are my family. You're on the call. If anyone asks on the chat feed, do I get the slides or the recording after? Get them for me because I just said it just now so you guys all know the answer to that question. Okay? So make sure you come on time. Make sure you come prepared. Make sure you're taking notes because it's going to move very, very fast next week. So after next week is done, then now you have 2 months of back-to-back programs and digital meetups for you to build your business now with the community, okay? So you have the Accelerator program, now you have the online meetups. So September 1 to 30, obviously it is not going to be any formalized sessions. Some of these digital meetups are optional, but we will have check-in calls for you guys to make sure that you guys are progressing with your business in case you have questions for me, questions for the GSC team. So September 6th is so every 2 weeks, there's a GSC check-in call from 12 to 1 p.m., just like this one. So there's September 6th, October 13th, November 4th. So every 2 weeks, we have check-in calls, but throughout the month, you're going to have access to the digital meetups. Phil is the lead of our digital meetup programs. So for example, for those of you want to be a leader and you want to be able to sign up to be a digital chapter leader, we will connect you with him after, so that way you could pilot a digital meetup, so that way you could start hosting digital meetups as well. Okay, so throughout those programs, you'll have access to digital meetups. Now, remember I told you we also host tech summits around the world. Each time we have a tech summit, let's say we have Future Tech Summit in Dubai, you guys will get an email blast to log in, so that way you could see the live stream access of the tech summit. So that way, even though you can't be there in person, you'll be able to access the live recordings of the speakers speaking during those programs. So we have about 18 summits coming up. So you'll have access to all of those summits online. So it's going to be a very intense 2 months. And then in November, we're going to have pretty much the graduation demo day, where we're going to finalize everything together, close it out, get your testimonials, get your experiences, and then you're graduated. And like I said, you're part of the GSC family for life. So even though the program is over, you're still going to have access to digital meetups after this, but you also going to have access to next year Accelerator program, because every year we update the content. Next year, if you want to get part of the program, you don't need to apply again. You get access to the new content every single year. So you're a part of the family for life in that regard. So you never need to apply again. Once you're in, and you're part of the program. All right. So that's the agenda. Now, some of you probably already know this already. We already selected the companies. Some of you have said that you weren't featured on this. So we need to have a process, because you all cannot email the account and ask to be requested. So what we're going to do is we're going to send a document where if you do not see your company featured, we will send you a document to submit to make sure, and we'll add it to the list. So that way you can share with your family and friends that you were selected to the program. So don't email the account saying, hey, I wasn't featured. We won't be able to respond to it, because again, it's 1,000 companies that were selected. We cannot sift through all those emails just to add you to the list. So we will send you an email to everyone, summary email saying, here's the link. If you weren't featured on the list, here's where you submit your information, so that way you can get featured. So congratulations to all of you again for being selected. I hope you guys shared it with your family and friends, because it's a big deal, and you will get certificates after the program. I know we get a lot of questions about this. You will get certificates after the program. No need to email. We will send you a link where you will state to us how you want us to spell your name out on the certificate, because obviously your team is, sometimes some of you have 3 people on your team, 4 people on your team. So we will send you a link for you to tell us exactly how you want your name spelled for the program, and that way we would email you guys. It will be a folder for you guys to find your certificate, take it, and then share with your family and friends as well. Okay, so those are the selected companies. Now, in order for this to make sense, so that way we can make sure that we could track everything and make sure you're getting your homework assignments for the program, we have something called the Google Classroom dashboard. Now, some of you have said that you weren't able to get access to the dashboard. It's really important that you have access to it. I already saw some of you already networking with each other on the dashboard. I love it. Share information about each other, share updates, because it's great. This is where we post information about the classroom. This is where you're able to get your grades on your assignments, like for us to see whether you're completing the program, getting yourself done. Sometimes it could be your email is not accepted by Google. And maybe if you have a Gmail account, we can accept it. So we're working on the technical glitches. Just be patient with us, because over the course of the weekend, any glitch that we had with technical requirements, we're going to try to fix it. So that way next week we could run smoothly. Like right now, as we speak, we have about 340 people who are still trying to get on this call, and they're stuck, right? So that's a technical glitch that we're still trying to work on. So just be patient with us. We're still trying to work on it. So make sure you're logged into your Google dashboard and you're following the updates on what's happening on the Google dashboard. And because Google is a partner, we were able to use the Google dashboard to house all your assignments and information. Okay. And then, yeah, so now I'm going to take a break and see if I can ask you guys some questions, because I know